Welcome back everyone to LBS Response to episode number 70. So yes guys, another week, another episode of the Q&A series I do on my channel. If your question was not answered in today's video, be sure to leave it down below for next week. And if you guys are new to the series, it's basically the weekly series I do on my channel, answering any questions, whether it's personal life, Lego, Star Wars, anything you want to ask, be sure to leave it down below and I will get to it in a future video. So let's move on to the first question, guys. LIFEBrickS Productions, he asked, thoughts on the Lego City Robbers Hideout set getting canceled. And I heard about that. I've not looked into it too much. I quite frankly don't even really know the full reasoning behind it. Aside from I think it just, was kind of, Lego kind of saying, oh, it looks a little too violent, I guess. I think there's like dynamite on the top of it or something like that. But I heard someone saying this. I'm not too sure who was saying. I forgot where I read it or what video I was watching when someone said this. And I kind of agree in the fact of like, the fact it was so close to coming out already, it just makes no sense to me that like Lego did not already like catch that or think about that any sooner in the process, saying like, oh, this won't look good for us, or this is too violent, or this is not a good set for us to produce. Like, it's just crazy to think that like it was pretty much already set to be like on shelves like here pretty soon, and no one in the design team or no one throughout the entire Lego group raised the question like, is this a bad set or not, up until the end. And I quite frankly don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, honestly, unless like Lego was making like some like World War II, Nazi camp or something like that, like I don't think any Lego set could be taken out of the context that badly. Like, again, it's a robber's hideout. Like, you need somewhere for the bad people. Like, I mean, just like how you have like the Bat Cave for Batman, like the good guys. Like, you need a bad hideout for someone else. Like, it just really doesn't make any sense to me. And again, I think if Lego would have never said anything, I don't think anyone in the world would have ever been like, oh, like this is too violent of a Lego set. But those are my quick thoughts on that. Next up, guys, we have Jules and Bricks. He says, when will the 75300 TIE Fighter go on clearance? So the new 2021 TIE Fighter, and that's kind of tough, man. At this current point, really no stores are having any good clearance sales. I've yet to really find anything in the past, like, honestly, like 3 months, like I've been looking, like all of 2021 has pretty much been like a bust. I found a few things, and the new TIE Fighter is yet to even go on 20% off sale, since, the second I see it for 20% off, Amazon, Target, Walmart, anywhere really. I mean, I'm going to pick it up for, $32. I'll pick up one of them at that price, since I do want to do the TIE Interceptor, or I even saw like a TIE Striker, and some of those other, modifications. I'm probably not going to build the actual TIE Fighter, but, again, any of those other variants I do want to build. But at this current point, I mean, you could comfortably probably say by the end of the year, it'll go on actual like clearance, like where it's like, 40, 50, 75% off. But, at this current point, I'm just waiting for that 20% off. But of course, 50% off would be nice. I'd pick up like 10 of them and, make every single different TIE variant. But, yeah, there's your answer to that. Next up, guys, we have AT Gaming. He says, what is your favorite cut of meat? And that's an easy one. Definitely brisket for me. Next up, guys, we have Arc8083, and he says, if Lego would make a new Jedi Starfighter, which one would you want? So, at this current point, a UCS like Anakin's Jedi Starfighter would be, like, ideal. Like, I think at this current point, I've got all the older ones. I've got all the old Interceptors, all the old Starfighters. The only one I'm missing is Ahsoka Starfighter and the original blue Interceptor from, like, 2005. So, those are the only two ones I'm missing right now, aside from like the UCS Obi-Wan Starfighter. But that's the thing, like I'm planning on getting the UCS Obi-Wan Starfighter here pretty soon, and an Anakin's Starfighter would be perfect. Anakin Starfighter, like again, I love Anakin. Anakin Starfighter from 2008 was my first Lego set, and at this current point, a UCS one would be ideal. Next up, guys, we have Liam W. He says, what is your take on custom minifigs? Do you own any? Do you recommend a seller or method to make your own? So yeah, I own quite a few of them. Like I've got a base plate actually over there. I kind of went through all my collection. I've got a whole 48 by 48 base plate full of them, so, what's that, maybe like 100 or so customs. I've got some more elsewhere. I've got like the CAC display case and stuff like that, so I've probably got every bit of 100 custom minifigures between clones and like, military figures and other stuff like that, and I personally think they're 100% fine. Again, if they're a genuine third-party custom and not, fake, like there's nothing wrong with it. So like I've coincidentally, this is a question, I guess in the one video I made, talking about the cheap clones from Good Soldiers Follow Orders, a lot of people in that comment section were saying, oh, too bad they're fake Lego and stuff like that. And it was grinding my gears. It really was. I'm sitting here like thinking like, look, dude, like they're printed on official Lego parts. That's like saying you take a Hanes t-shirt, like any shirt, like say like this shirt right here from H&M. Like, if someone were to buy this crew neck and put like a logo or a design on it to make it like an actual like cool crew neck, like at that point, that's just saying like, oh, that's a knockoff crew neck. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Or if you take a Hanes t-shirt, like pretty much any design like you buy off like, you know, Teespring or TeePublic and all that type of stuff, like any design on there is not like original print. Like it's custom designs, custom printed, you know, on there. So that's like saying every t-shirt you own that has a design on it is like a knockoff. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like that's the same thing like that goes for like custom colognes and custom minifigures. But as long as they're on official custom, or as long as they're on official, you know, Lego parts and pieces, I see nothing wrong with it. You know, Lego's not going to make everything in the world, so you know some of these third-party companies do have to, you know, step in and create some of their own stuff. But yeah, nothing wrong with it in my opinion. 100% fine as long as they're official, you know, customs. And do you recommend a seller? Really, anybody, man. Like I mean, I've always loved CAC for clones. Like probably always going to be my favorite. Like personally, I love what they do. Again, Tyler's a great guy. You know, I've worked with him for, you know, CAC for 5 or 6 years. Like I have a whole bunch of them. I got like probably 40, 50 CAC figures. So for clone troopers, I definitely recommend them. And also, I mean, pretty much any custom maker. Like, you know what I mean? Again, like as long as it follows the stigma I said earlier about just being on official Lego parts, you know, pretty much any seller out there, you know, makes good stuff at that point. Like there's really not one bad seller that makes, you know, bad quality custom minifigures in my opinion. But yeah. Next up, guys, we have Lego Star Wars itself, and they say, is it worth it to buy the 10123 Cloud City? Have you ever wanted it? And yeah, sure. You know, again, I want any set at the end of the day. Like, I mean, quite frankly, at this current point, if you threw a deal at me, like an unpassable deal, you know, right at me for like pretty much virtually any Lego Star Wars set especially, but pretty much probably any Lego set in general, like, of course I wouldn't pass it up. Like, if it's a deal that, you know, when I put out $100 or $500 for it, and I know for a fact it will never go below that value I paid for it, like, even though I'm not going to sell it right away, and like, say I even want it for my collection. Like, if you throw a UCS Imperial Shuttle at me right now for, like, say $500, like, I would buy that without, like, in a heartbeat. Like, there's just no passing that up, since at the end of the day, you know, the average price is like $700-800 for it. So, you know, I know for a fact, like, look, I'm never going to lose my money on that. So it's like, even if I don't go to sell it and just keep it for myself for a long time, again, like, I'm not losing money on that purchase. Like, it's kind of just investing, you know, in that set. Again, like, Lego is like a good investment. If you get a good deal on it, you know, used or new, you know, sealed in the box, like, you're never really going to lose money on it. Like, Lego does not depreciate, you know, unless they come out with a whole bunch of remakes of a set or a carbon copy of a set, which is very, very rare. You know, Lego as a whole, like, if you get a good enough deal on anything Lego, you know, very rare you're actually ever going to lose money on it in the long term. But yeah, there's that. Next up, guys, we got Caleb Dyer, and he says, do you make enough from YouTube to allow your Lego hobby to support itself? So, not directly from YouTube, I gotta be honest there. I've never really made a whole bunch off of YouTube, like, monthly. Like, I'm not really gonna give, like, I mean, I guess my range, like, again, like, I can comfortably say, throughout the years, ever since like 2016, like when I started like actually making like genuine money on YouTube, my range has been like anywhere from like $200 to like $800 a month. Of course, you know, on some months on the higher end, like if you just look at my view counts and stuff, like you'll see like November, December, and January of, you know, last year and this year, like those were some of my highest months, you know, so that was on the top end of that spectrum. But, you know, a few of these slower months, you know, kind of getting into the swing of things back in 2020, you know, on the lower end there, 2018, 2019, virtually nothing. But back in 2017, it was on the higher end of, you know, that 200 to 800 a month right there. So that itself doesn't pay for everything. But like I said, I mean, my main bread and butter for income at the end of the day is my Bricklink store. Like that's probably about 2/3 of my income. In that regard, I mean, probably about half. I'd say like half. Then at that point, then YouTube's probably a genuine quarter of it, and then probably another quarter from affiliate links and affiliate codes and stuff like that, like just kind of other streams of revenue. But so YouTube itself does not support it. You know, pretty much none of my videos really pay from themselves at the end of the day. There's a few of them. Few of my videos do pay from themselves, but at the end of the day, not every video does. And definitely, if I only had the YouTube channel and not the Bricklink store, I would not be able to do what I do, you know, currently. So yeah, there's your answer to that. We got another question actually from ATAT Gaming. He says, why do you premiere most of your videos? And this is a question I get a decent amount. And this is something that, again, I'm debating. I'm going to probably try it out for a week or two and not do premieres. But I feel like what I've liked doing for the past couple months is genuinely, like, when I've had the time and stuff, like, so I'm not really doing anything else, like, I'm pretty much around every single time my video uploads. Like, you know, I schedule at 3:15 p.m. my time every single day, pretty much. and I'm always around at that time. You know, I'm either just waking up or I'm already up for a little bit, and like I feel like premiering your videos, like for me at least, which again, who knows if it actually hurts the analytics or not. Again, that's why I want to try, you know, to not do it for a week or so and maybe see if, you know, stuff does better or does worse. But I genuinely do like being in the live chat for a little bit, you know, for 5-10 minutes and just kind of talk with you guys. Like, you know, why not? I feel like it's kind of, you know, adds a kind of that personable level to my videos and stuff. Again, there's a few people who enjoy it. Like I said, I mean, those get like 10 to 20 to 25, you know, live viewers at the time. And it's just, I feel like it's one of those things where, you know, if people do want to chat or ask me a live question, like I'll answer it there kind of and like just, you know, talk about the video, I guess. But that's kind of always been my thoughts on it. I do agree. I've been pretty much premiering every video lately, and I don't know about that, but I don't know why it's kind of like my habit just to click on the, you know, thing premiere. I don't know. I really don't know if it helps or not, but I'll probably try eventually to, you know, not do it for a week or two and just see if that helps or, you know, doesn't help. But yeah, there's that. Then moving on, guys, to Mr. Brick, and this is the last question for the video. He says, what's your best and worst video you've ever made? So some of my worst videos, I mean, I just got to be frank. I mean, back in like if I'm not counting like my original videos, since like obviously like in 2013, 2014, like my videos themselves were terrible. Like I used my iPod, I had no tripod. You know, the lighting was terrible. Like I was, you know, blurry, shaking all over the place. You know, really no substance to any of my videos either. It was kind of all just like, you know, random, like just, again, like random shot videos, like garbage thumbnails. So like, you know, if I'm not counting all that stuff back then, I gotta say some of the stuff I made in 2017, I'm definitely not that proud of. Like 2017, I blew up and stuff and like things were going great, but there's definitely a few videos looking back. I'll put, you know, the thumbnails up on the screen that, you know, sure they did well and stuff like that, but like, looking back, probably would have done a lot better and got me a lot more subscribers off the video if I actually like put more effort into it. You know, 2017, like I've said before, was really just kind of trying to build up the numbers. And, you know, it worked for what it was. But like I said, there is a few things in 2017, you know, that I'm not particularly proud of. Like I don't look back at those videos and be like, damn, like I made a banger of a video. But some of my best videos, like I said, I've of course got to say like my mock videos, like I like doing those. Some of my videos this year, you know, I do like, you know, some of the discussion videos I've done, like, you know, with a little bit more editing and stuff, you know, like, you know, I do enjoy those, and I'm pretty proud of pretty much everything I've made in 2021, as in just like a full-on upgrade, you know, a step up from what I've done in the past. So like, I'm proud of myself in that regard, but of course there's always room for improvement. I actually plan on getting the camera pretty soon here, by the end of April, so definitely stay tuned for that quality jump. And yeah, I think that's pretty much that, pretty much answers that. I don't really have a particular worst or best, but again, like you guys can kind of even tell yourselves, like some of the lower quality videos, which I don't think I've posted a lower quality video in a while, but you know, those are obviously some of my worst videos. And then, you know, some of the stuff that you can actually tell is edited and, you know, cut together nicely and, you know, cut out all the little BS parts and only put in the good substance, like of course are my better videos. But yeah, there's my answer to that. So yes, guys, I don't thank you guys all for watching episode number 70. I think this was a little bit of a longer one, but doesn't hurt. Yeah, I like doing these all the time. So yeah, next week's will actually be a little bit closer, actually, because I'm uploading this, I think, on Friday, and I think next week's, well, you know, will just be on the normal Wednesday. So get your questions in kind of quick, though, guys, so I can get them in for the next video. I thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's video. See you guys then. Bye, guys. Stay safe.